Right then. Okay, so we look at the left-hand one. As we said, if we took away the club head and just saw that there, that's where I generally want to see the shaft in terms of where your left arm will be. Because of the position of your hand on yours, it looks as though with the shoulders being a bit more level, you'd have an iron in your hand. Doesn't look as though you're setting up for a driver. And therefore, because your shoulders are slightly leveled off, you sort of lean the handle back a little bit. So therefore, as you swing in the golf ball here now, you can see top of the backswing, your mass is kind of sort of slightly, I guess, more vertical and leaning this way as opposed to leaning backwards. That means your angle of attack in the golf ball now is going to be steeper, which means when you come back in the golf ball now, the club coming down too steep, hit top of the golf ball with the bottom, so hit the bottom part of the golf ball with the top part of the driver, sky it, it goes high up in the air. The other shots you're going to get now is if you're coming down that steep is a really low, almost like bouncing bombs or hit the ground and just doing in front of you, or a low one in general, or sort of try and get some loft, sort of backing up the club face, and you get a big old slice, So that was your bad one there, okay? And we'll see sort of the top of the backswing position, your sort of positioning of the body. This one here now, where you said you felt you were sort of falling over, you can see sort of the spine angle there, tilted behind the golf ball. Your hands now in a different position based on just because you're more to the right. So you haven't changed your grip relative to you haven't sort of moved your hand around here, you just moved your body and gone and done this, sort of tipped yourself to the right. And that's why I say it's important to do it from here, okay? Because naturally you can see when you put your hand on the golf, that's always a bit sort of like we call bow disc with your left wrist this way, sort of cupping around the outside. When you put your left hand on the golf club here now, put the handle forward and tilt your spine behind the ball. There you go. Just by moving your body this way, it's going to get your hand further around more naturally, We don't want to be moving your hand and doing this because it feels weird in your elbow and your joints, okay? So you get your spine angle behind. You can see how your right ear now is visible because you're kind of like tilting your head a little bit this way because where you're trying to recenter yourself. What we want to do eventually, there you go, get your head, get this sort of T-spine to be as normal as it would be, as if generally we assume people sort of stand fairly, you don't sort of walk around kind of one head this way. So when we tip our spine this way, I'm going to tip my spine, everything goes with it. But you, like a lot of golfers, they go and trying to get their head back to kind of level and their eye line level. So we want to be setting up, and like I said, it's the way that if I said to anyone, you included, hit a topspin lob, straight away your body just went down this way and you sort of got yourself in that position. So we can see now at top of your back, so because of that setup change, how your top mass is leaning back a bit more, So you're creating a slightly more tilted position. That's going to change your path in the golf ball now being a bit more shallow. Basically, I took your body and did that with it. It steepens the angle, So that red line down here in your spine angle here, that is going to be relevant to that. If that tips that way, your spine angle, the club comes down steeper. When it comes down steeper, you get those shots that you were discussing there, sort of high slices, skies, or very low sort of smother, okay? It's then trusting the fact that you can come back to that golf ball, decent strike, and then you're still moving. And the club, as you say, just gets around your left shoulder very naturally because you're able to move more effectively. Whereas because of this one here now sort of coming round, doesn't really want to go round as easy. It looks a bit more sort of forced, sort of folding your arms up. That one there, you sort of fully rotated your lower half, your knees together, that right foot up on its toe. Let you finish your swing there. I mean, that follow through, just that position there is a big difference, Your right shoulder now is more rounded and towards facing target. Just a better golf swing entirely, So setup is going to be key, and this is the big problem that a lot of people have when they come off the golf course, as we said. You walk up, my drive was amazing today. My irons were terrible. I couldn't putt. My putting was amazing. I couldn't hit the golf off the tee. Or my irons were great. My driving and putting, whatever. Because each setup for each club, each category of club, like driver has its own category. You've got your fairway woods and your hybrids. You've got kind of like your mid and short irons, or like 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Then you've got your wedges, and then your putter. So those sort of 4 or 5 different categories have a different sort of sequence of setup. You've got to get yourself in that right sequence for the shot you're going to play, and then you just make your normal swing, still using your torque to the turn, still shifting your weight for the big shots, hitting some shots there, 203 or 202 yard carry, and getting it in play. And the thing is, like I said with the driver, it's just being less destructive with it. If you're slicing it 50 yards in the trees, no matter how good your short game is or your putting, it's going to be tough to play. Okay, just building up that sequence. Start this way with the club down towards your left arm there. Okay, get your body tilted a little bit, build into your sequence, and then get yourself in that. I think obviously mirrors are going to help massively to sort of see what you look like, not what you feel like.
I know what you mean.
Okay, makes sense.
Perfect,
Good stuff. No, very good, mate. Well done.